So, doing this together, there needs to be a strategic and focused effort to deal with all the issues and problems going on in the current moment as we're speaking. There are many enemies all over the place tackling every single thing all at once because what they already have leverage against all of us is simply put very simple things that you need to get about tackling issues like this, about the current censorship war on the internet right now, the censorship war of the world, basically, because all of the world is basically fighting each other entirely. Yes, exactly. Yep, all of the internet is against what's going on with the censorship. And you can't go around basically saying that nothing is happening and everything is fine. It is time to just wake up and realize that there is an issue. So we need to deal with that. So how do we deal with that? Number one, what we need to deal with is that they all have leaders and that they're doing this as much as possible while trying to cause as much division as possible. What we need to do is to stop spreading far apart so thin that we're not able to deal with these issues one by one. We need to do that properly. We can't be going around everywhere one by one screaming our mouths and at the top of our heads without getting any progress done because everything is so split and far apart that nothing's getting done. They want division and they want us to go very thin so that they can tackle us one by one easily in focused efforts, because whenever we try going in all at once, all in different places, they'll just group up in that one weak thin area of where we are and then tackle us from there, and we're basically overwhelmed. What we need to focus on is number one, there's the online safety acts. Those will certainly do damage, but if those get passed, we still need to deal with the killing games movement and the censorship on video games. I think the most interactive thing that so far will be affected first, that will be most disdainful for ourselves in the censorship war, is that games being censored would later lead to shows, films, and animations being censored. So we need to first deal with that. The internet, of course, there will be a huge block and a bunch of, all of that shit, that dilemma. There's going to be two things that'll pass. They will try to enforce it, but that will be significantly less mentally draining than dealing with what is happening on with the game scene. We need to first focus on collective shout, remove collective shout, and then we can focus on the overreach of credit card and payment processor companies like Visa and MasterCard currently right now. So when we deal with those, we can then tackle on the Online Safety Act and Kids Online Safety Act primarily before we deal with Donald Trump's gibbos, which another group must go to. So we need to distract them, because right now we're planning on tackling on all of them with the current Democrats that are being sent to these places against all of these politicians. Right now, lots of Democrats are organizing on the other side. So we need to deal with games first, and then we'll deal with the Online Safety Act, because then we can repeal that later on along with the other stuff. So be ready.